From Europe to Southeast Asia, India's diplomacy is expanding with renewed energy and strategic purpose. President Droupadi Murmu's landmark three-nation tour of Moldova, North Macedonia and Romania, along with External Affairs Minister Jaishankar's engagement with ASEAN and Quad partners in Manila, reflects New Delhi's growing role as a trusted global partner. Here's a report on how India's recent diplomatic engagements are opening new avenues for cooperation across regions. As the global geopolitical landscape continues to evolve, India is deepening its engagement with partners across continents through proactive diplomacy. Guided by the vision of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, One Earth, One Family, One Future, New Delhi is strengthening political, economic and strategic partnerships while expanding its global footprint. In this direction, President Droupadi Murmu concluded a landmark three-nation visit to Moldova, North Macedonia and Romania, reinforcing India's outreach to Southeast and Eastern Europe. The visit underscored India's commitment to building trusted partnerships based on shared growth and mutual prosperity. The tour began in Moldova, where President Murmu became the first Indian president to visit the country. She held talks with President Maya Sandu and other leaders to enhance cooperation in trade, agriculture, pharmaceuticals, information technology, innovation and education. She also addressed the India-Moldova Business Forum, met the India-Moldova Parliamentary Friendship Group and interacted with the Indian diaspora, strengthening both economic and people-to-people ties.
India today is among the fastest growing major economies, driven by entrepreneurship, digital transformation, manufacturing excellence and a young, skilled workforce. At the same time, Moldova has a reform-oriented outlook, strategic location, talented human capital, and growing integration with European markets, which makes it an important destination for Indian businesses.
In a world of tariff uncertainty, producing inside the European economic space is the best insurance policy, and Moldova is one of the most agile doors into that space. The India-EU Free Trade Agreement brings together markets of around 2 billion people. Moldova's European path places us directly within this new economic geography. Together with President Murmu, we have set the goal to increase our bilateral trade over the next few years. This forum is an important step in that direction. The sectors represented in this room match Moldova's priorities closely.
The next stop was North Macedonia, marking the first ever visit by an Indian head of state. President Droupadi Murmu held talks with President Gordana Siljanovska-Dovoka and other senior leaders to deepen cooperation in agriculture, pharmaceuticals, science and technology, and digital innovation.
These are the three global initiatives that India has taken: International Solar Alliance, International Biofuel Alliance, and also the CDRI. Each has a focus area. And what we are looking at is, with the partners countries, with our member countries, we are working towards developing technology and also technology transfer, capacity building.
In Romania, President Murmu's visit marked the first by an Indian president in over 3 decades. Her meetings with Romanian leaders focused on expanding cooperation in trade, investment, technology, innovation and education. She also interacted with business leaders and the Indian diaspora, reinforcing India's growing engagement with the region. Extending India's diplomatic outreach, India's External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar held high-level meetings in Manila with Quad partners in ASEAN member states. His discussions focused on trade, digital innovation, connectivity and a free, open and inclusive Indo-Pacific, reaffirming India's commitment to its Act East policy.
The India-ASEAN agenda today covers trade and investment, mobility and talent, tech, digital and AI, green and sustainability, as well as connectivity. It is only through deeper cooperation that we can de-risk and diversify. India and ASEAN have traditionally worked for the welfare of the larger region. For India, ASEAN centrality is a key principle. One example of the manner of that working is the way in which the ASEAN outlook on the Indo-Pacific meshes with India's Indo-Pacific Oceans Initiative. There are many other domains and examples reflected in activities, numbers, and policies.
From Europe to Southeast Asia, India's recent diplomatic engagements reflect a confident and forward-looking foreign policy. By expanding strategic partnerships, strengthening economic cooperation, and deepening people-to-people ties, New Delhi is reinforcing its role as a trusted partner in an increasingly interconnected world.